Hello, so today we're going to make my version of meat and potato pie. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to prepare the steak, and that needs to cook for a few hours so that it becomes nice and tender. So the first thing I'll do is we get some cube steak and we add some plain flour and coat it all the way through, and a little bit of pepper all the way through, so that it seasons it ready for the pan. It also acts as a thickener for when we do the gravies and such. So that you want to get a pan, you want to get it quite hot, and then want to start adding the steak and get it nice and brown. Start tossing it around, as you can see. Start to get a nice brown on there and get it all sealed. Just keep turning it around. We're not wanting to cook it all the way through, we just want to give it a seal. That's all we wanting to do at the moment, so it seals the meat and seals all the juices inside the meat. And then, let's look in something like, I'm going to add onions to the mixture. And just keep that simmering for a little while. I'm also going to add some Worcestershire sauce. Right. Okay, so once you get it quite seared and the onion starting to turn translucent, you want to put this on simmer. Then we want to add a pint of beef stock. And what we want to do is we want to get this simmering. Just keep stirring it until it comes to boiling point. And then we can transfer it into the slow cooker and let it cook for about 4 hours or until it's tender. And that is the first part of the meat and potato pie. It's starting to come to the boil. You can see the gravy's thickening up a little bit, and as it cooks in the slow cooker, the gravy will get thicker. So once it starts boiling, as you can see, we want to turn it off, and we want to transport it to the slow cooker, and we want to leave it on high for 4 hours until tender. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to chop some potatoes up and into small pieces, and you only want to boil these for a few minutes. You don't want to you know, have them melting and going down into the water. You know, they need to be still quite sturdy. So what we're going to do next is, can see this mixture now is nice and tender, and there's a nice gravy. Now, when it comes to making the pie, you obviously want to get a pie dish. Now, there's several ways you can do this. You can put a bottom on and a top, or just a top. You can make your own pastry, or you can use short crust pastry, puff pastry, or a hot water pastry, or you can just buy it. I've actually, because I'm a bit lazy, I've bought a puff pastry, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all in here, and then I'm just going to put this on top like a lid. So basically what you want to do is you want to bring this over here, and you want to start by not getting all the gravy, but just scooping out some of this meat out of the slow cooker. See how tender that is. And whatever's left you can use for gravy after. You want a little bit of gravy, but you don't want it too sloppy. The mixture too sloppy. So you can see now, all that's left in there is basically gravy, and you can use that after for the gravy top. So I've added my potatoes to the mix and get it a good stir. So the mixture should look like this. Taste it to see whether or not it needs some more seasoning. Bit of pepper would be nice. Maybe a little bit more salt. And then what you want to do is put your pie top on. So your pastry comes rolled flat. This is for your puff pastry. And basically, all you need to do, is just put that on top of your pie. So I've got the pastry on top of my pie, so on top of the thingy. So all I want to do now is just go around it and seal the edges, and I just use a fork to go around and seal the edges. And then what you need to do then is trim the excess off, and just basically I just go around it with a flat knife and get the excess pastry off. So your pie will look like that. Then what you want to do is you want to put a couple of holes in it for the steam to come through. And then you can either put milk or egg wash on top, and then pop it in the oven for about 180 Celsius, I think gas mark 4, for about half an hour, 45 minutes. Just keep checking it and see when the crust is nice and brown. So when your meat pie is finished and comes out of the oven, it should look something like this. So for Wednesday's dinner, I'm having a homemade meat and potato pie with mixed vegetables, and I will link the recipe for this down below.